Gary Gensler continues to take losses in court against crypto as the SEC takes another hit.
When Lambo, I'm such a degen.
Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we defy logic. And in this episode, we're going to go through the latest L that Gary Gensler and the SEC has taken in court against crypto. The SEC has denied access to Binance US to investigate some allegations the SEC has put on them this year in 2023. This all came out yesterday, September 18th. If we go right to it on CoinDesk, we see from September 18th that the SEC rips into Binance US over shaky asset custody and asks court to order inspection. The regulator asked a U.S. court to reject Binance's half-hearted objections to its motion seeking depositions and inspection and communication from the exchange because they think something bad is going on under Binance US. And it very much could be. I'm not messing with Binance US at all. And, it goes through in a scathing Monday court filing. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission urged a D.C. court to approve an inspection into Binance US, doubling down on previous accusations that the firm had failed to produce documents sought by the regulator in ongoing legal proceedings. In June, the watchdog sued Binance US, the exchange's global parent, Binance Holdings and founder CZ, alleging they ran an unlicensed securities exchange. The SEC's findings in this case so far demonstrate the urgent need for an inspection. Monday's filing said as the regulator restated its worries about Binance's use of custody platform Cefu, which is related to Binance. And we just go to the bottom here, all the way at the bottom. It says a hearing on this case is set to take place later today on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So what happened in that little mini hearing as the SEC sought inspection and more information from Binance US? Well, from the decrypt just a few hours later, or actually it says here September 19th, but I think it was later on that day, it says the SEC setback as judge denies immediate access to Binance US software. A federal judge has denied the SEC's request to access the software powering Binance US, the American arm of the crypto industry. We'll read just a little bit here. The Securities and Exchange Commission is licking its wounds after a judge denied its request to access the software powering Binance US, the American arm of the exchange. In a court hearing on Monday, the regulator had asked a federal magistrate judge to allow an inspection of Binance US's technical infrastructure and to force the company to share other requested information as part of its ongoing case against the exchange. So what do we have here? We have, over a couple days, we have Gary Gensler and the SEC losing to further inspect Binance US, losing in court, saying the court is saying, no, there's no warrant for that, so you just got to go about your business with your regular legal proceedings with Binance US. And that leads me to September 12th. What happened on September 12th? Gary Gensler sat in front of the Senate Banking Committee in Congress, and this was about for 2 hours, was getting grilled from various senators around the country on financial issues, some of it being crypto. And some of the quotes, let's go to the full screen that I posted from September 12th with some of the quotes that Mr. Gensler had to say that day. Let me remove myself here so you can see it clearly before I get to it. Whoops. Okay, I'm gone. So let's look at this. Gary Gensler quotes from Senate Banking Committee hearing. Quote, "We oversee public companies, that's it. We're a securities regulator." That was a quote. And he said that, quote, the SEC is, quote, "not large enough as an agency in regards to enforcing crypto regulation." And then the spot Bitcoin ETF, they're still reviewing. But Gary Gensler himself said, "We oversee public companies and that's it. We are a securities regulator," and that the SEC is not large enough as an agency to enforce crypto regulation. This came from Gary Gensler's mouth under oath in front of Congress in Washington, D.C. Yet, Gary Gensler is trying to force regulation nonetheless on a company that is global. I know that Binance US is the United States arm, as you see in the articles that they're saying about Binance, but it's not a public company. Gary Gensler said that they regulate public companies, and that's it. They are a securities regulator. They have only accused Binance or BNB token to be a security. Like, there is nothing under the argument for Gary Gensler here. Nothing that he can go off of. Binance is not a publicly traded US company. So you even said, Gary Gensler, that you are a public oversight, you oversee public companies. That's it. And you are a securities regulator. Nowhere has BNB token been deemed a security. And that's the token that you're saying is a security. There is no stock in Binance that anybody's buying. You cannot regulate this space. And I think you're seeing this play out in courts where Gary Gensler has denied some of these motions that he's asking for because, in your own words, Gary Gensler, you said the SEC is a securities regulator and we oversee public companies, none of which apply to Binance or Binance.us. It's as simple as that. That's all I wanted to say on this whole thing. This is a closed case, in my opinion. What do you have to say? Let me know in the comments below. Always do your own research because this is not financial advice. It's just my blockchain reaction. Thank you for watching. Hey, thank you for watching to the very end. And before you go, please subscribe to the channel, crank up that like button, drop a comment and share the video. If you want to join me on the VEUIT platform, the Web3 streaming platform, I'm going to migrate all my content over there and create new content on the blockchain. My referral link is in the description below.